You know guys, I wasn't gonna make a video today because it's Sunday and honestly I just had an entire week full of midterms, so I'm honestly exhausted. But as it happens, I went on Twitter and I saw two things. One of them was very unfortunate, but the first thing is like the opposite of unfortunate. The first thing is actually the homie Faker over at League of Legends winning his like 6th world championship title and his 3rd one in a row. He literally three-peated and he came out here with one of the hardest quotes I have ever heard in my entire life. I didn't win for anyone in particular. I just believe victory came to me along the path I was destined to walk. That is a hard quote, I'm not gonna lie. But you wanna know what is literally the fucking opposite of victory following your path? The hype for Black Ops 7. And I know people are gonna claim rage bait and all this other shit, but let me get this off and we're gonna get into it right now. But before we do, I'm gonna need you to cock slap the fucking like button right now and subscribe if you're new, guys, because we're on the way to 70,000 subscribers. Hashtag F7 down in the comments below. Remember, at 65k we are giving away a free copy of Battlefield 6, so make sure to subscribe. And guys, let's get right into this. So the last month or so here in the Call of Duty community has been pretty polarizing, because you have multiple groups of people, between just casual fans, between fanboys and gooch lickers and throatzillas, to content creators, to rage baiters, everything in between. Everybody is sort of on the same page. I think everybody literally agrees that the changes that have been made with reduced SBMM and non-disbanding lobbies and a lot of the other things that have been talked about recently, I think everybody unanimously agrees that these are all positive things. And this might come as a shocker to you guys, but I'm not like actively looking for bad news about Call of Duty. I know it really does seem like I do that, but trust me when I tell you guys, I'm literally just a regular guy. I'm a full-time college student. I have other priorities. I have another job. I don't just sit in front of my PC and monitor all day just recording videos, just scouring Twitter for the worst shit possible. There's times where it seriously just comes to me and I feel the obligation to be like, you know what? I'm gonna report on this. I'm gonna throw in a couple of memes. I'm gonna talk shit and I'm gonna have fun while I do it, man. And funny enough, the entirety of this video actually revolves around this single tweet right here. But trust me when I say there's been a lot of different massive platforms saying essentially the exact same shit as this. And guys, it's been a little bit and I've seen a lot of you guys commenting about this. We have a tweet that officially comes out from the GOAT himself, Mr. Doug Dimmadome Warzone.
Fuck you, Doug!
This has to be the least hype I've seen the community in the week before a Call of Duty release. And it's not just him. We have Charlie Intel's personal account coming out here talking about it really doesn't feel like a new Call of Duty launch week. And other people are coming out here with the straight hate, just talking about how Call of Duty is about to have their worst launch in history, which I'll tell you right now, as a D1 Call of Duty rage baiter, alright, there's nobody out here that does it better than the Scatmaster. I'm just gonna let you know right now. This is not gonna be the worst launch in Call of Duty history. Not by a long shot. That doesn't mean this game is great, amazing, and perfect, but it's certainly far from the worst, okay? There's been significantly worse experiences, but aside from that, the fact that there's not a lot of people that have hype online for Black Ops 7, I think it's due to two things. Number one, I know that there's this thing that's going on around right now where it's like, oh, well, that's just based off of your algorithm. You're a hater, so you're just gonna see people being negative and hating on it, or you always consume negativity, so you're just gonna see nothing but negativity. And if you're positive, then you're gonna see more positive sides of it, including a lot of people that are very hype about Black Ops 7.
Shut when you think about it.
And I'm not here to debunk that because to an extent I kind of actually agree. But when you're seeing accounts like Doug and Charlie Intel, which to a lot of people have been both notoriously gooch licky of COD, I mean, some of these guys at times can be literal throatzillas. If they're coming out here talking about how there's not really that much hype for the next COD, and then you look into their replies and you see that people really aren't that excited, or you see other people online that are very hype for Call of Duty, and then you look at their replies and you see the exact fucking opposite, I don't necessarily think you can chalk that entire thing up to just the algorithm, because by that logic, the people that are responding with negativity wouldn't have seen the person being positive about Call of Duty in the first place. And when we get to talking about algorithms, I mean, guys, it's just technology that us normies out here on the internet, we're just not going to understand. I agree that they work in that same way, but not to a fucking T, man. But with that being said, I would like to acknowledge this very, very blatant fact that I know a lot of subscribers are going to be a little bit iffy about, but please just hear me out on this, alright? Because if you're really here for just like straight negativity, and you like my rage bait and you like the comedic side of everything, you're still gonna enjoy the video to the end, alright? Trust me. But I, as the scat master, like I said, D1 rage baiter out here, I'm gonna come out here and just say it. Call of Duty has actually done it. Like, Black Ops 7 has done the thing that I didn't think any of these modern Call of Duties were able to do. They reduced skill-based matchmaking, which is a very niche subtopic that I think a lot of long-term subscribers are gonna be very interested in hearing about very soon. There's non-disbanding lobbies, there's changes to the aim assist, there's a heavier focus on the anti-cheat, perks are being shifted around, they're talking about how the score streaks are more lethal, there's fan favorite weapons coming back, Black Ops 2 is essentially being remastered, kind of, in this game, which all of those things you can find arguments against, right? Like, you can come up with this whole like, oh, this is a lack of creativity, this is lazy, and to an extent, I honestly do agree with that. But this is that point in the video where I just gave you guys a fat ass list of positivity up until this point, and now I'm gonna do some explaining as to why I think Call of Duty has actually done it, where they have seemingly fixed so many things to prevent rage baiters and all these other naysayers from having shit to say, and yet to tie this towards the beginning of the video, even with all that said, there is still very little hype about Black Ops 7. Which is my second point as to why there is no hype that you see online about Black Ops 7. Guys, this comes down to a lot of different things, alright? I truly do believe the marketing for this game has been a complete fucking disaster. I mean, we have all of these replacer trailers that are getting outviewed by most big name content creators on Call of Duty, and I'm not gonna lie, I haven't seen all of them because I'm just not fucking interested in it, and that's a very big theme in this video. But of the ones that I saw, I mean, it was a mixed bag between some of them were kind of funny, some of them were pretty fun, and others were just straight up cringe, alright? We already know this whole thing about Jake Paul, and if you don't like him, then you have depression. It's funny because those of you that come up with those types of claims, you are actively telling us that you're pushing into the negativity towards the algorithm because you want to come out here and start claiming that people have fucking mental disorders for thinking Jake Paul in a commercial was fucking cringe. But yes, the marketing was not very good. Of course, what you see in the background right now, we have Battlefield 6, and look, maybe it's just the timing of it, but releasing this enormously powerful and successful game through the launch hype window of Black Ops 7 before it actually launched was a genius fucking move. Coming out with RedSec just before the launch of Black Ops 7 was also a genius move. And then this one is a little bit of a niche thing, and I don't expect everybody to just understand this completely, but their wording and phrasing when talking about reduced skill-based matchmaking and non-disbanding lobbies has honestly been kind of an entire fucking mess. I was tweeting about this earlier today because I was actually genuinely confused about it, but I want you guys to read this tweet in the blog post that comes out from yours truly once again. That's right, we got two of them. Doug Dimmadome Warzone.
Fuck you, Doug!
Call of Duty Black Ops 7 reaffirms that multiplayer will have minimal skill-based matchmaking playlists and persistent lobbies to keep players together in consecutive matches. And I'm not trying to nitpick here, but the wording here from all of these news sources, as well as Activision and Treyarch themselves in their own blog posts, it gives a lot of people the impression that there is rug pulling going on. And what do I mean by that? Open matchmaking confirmed at launch. Open matchmaking with minimal skill consideration will be the default matchmaking for Black Ops 7 multiplayer. We've heard the community discussion around lobby disbanding, and we're focused on keeping players together from match to match more often in Black Ops 7. Today, we're excited to announce we'll have persistent lobbies at launch, and we'll have more details closer to launch. And while this is a net positive for everybody in the community, I'm just gonna be straight up, there is a lot of people on all spectrums of this community, alright? There's been content creators that don't get this right, there's been myself sometimes I haven't gotten this right, there's been haters and rage baiters out there that don't get this right, there's been a lot of fanboys that don't get this right. They seemingly think this means there is no SBMM in Call of Duty Black Ops 7. They seemingly think that this means there is always going to be persistent lobbies in Black Ops 7, and that is not the case. trust me when I tell you that people have been reporting that there is no SBMM, alright? Like, these are several tweets from people that say no SBMM, and that is not true. If you see people saying there is no SBMM and that there is non-disbanding lobbies in Black Ops 7, that is not true, and that makes a lot of people really upset because that's actually what we do want. We want there to be completely non-disbanding lobbies in Black Ops 7, and as you saw in the blog post, that's not the case. It'll happen more often where they don't disband, but there is still going to be times where they disband. So there's a lot of question marks here. I know a lot of people ended up pre-ordering Black Ops 7 because they genuinely thought that this game would have no SBMM and completely non-disbanding lobbies, and both of those are untrue. And now that people are figuring it out, they're actually pissed off. And is that their fault for misinterpreting the information? Is it the fault of Activision and Treyarch for kind of wording their shit improperly sometimes? Is it the fault of all of these massive platforms coming out here talking about, yeah, there's no SBMM when that's not true? You can see why there's a lot of frustration for Black Ops 7 around the launch week. And guys, to end off this video, I'm just gonna give you guys probably the biggest reason as to why people are not hyped about Black Ops 7, but it's also like the most simple to understand. I think people are just worn out, man.
Motherfucker, we got bills and shit!
I think the fatigue has genuinely reached a level where it doesn't really matter anymore if they fixed all the issues. I think a lot of people are genuinely just tired of the franchise. A lot of people have gotten significantly older, and some people have other options to play, and both of those are completely reasonable. And while, of course, we're gonna have fanboys and throatzillas out there that just chalk this up to, oh no man, if you don't like Black Ops 7 with all the changes, that means you're just hating to hate. Like, no, there's genuine reason to not be hyped up for Black Ops 7, even with these great changes that I've even acknowledged are great, and yet people are still gonna claim I'm just hating for clicks and views and easy money, when honestly, all I'm telling you guys is that I understand why people aren't really that hyped up for Black Ops 7 despite all of these changes that have been made. And if your response to that is, well then just go play something else, then don't play Call of Duty, don't cover Call of Duty, don't talk shit about Call of Duty. Look, valid or not, there's something that I learned here on YouTube about giving people your opinion or your recommendations. It's that people are gonna make their own choice fucking regardless, man. People are gonna do whatever the fuck they want, and if you don't accept it, then fuck it, man. Who gives a flying fuck? If people flood my comments talking about, no man, Black Ops 7 is literally a top 3 Call of Duty of all time, I don't give a fuck, man. I'm still gonna hold my own opinion about it, and as a Call of Duty channel, I'm gonna make a Call of Duty video talking about my opinion on COD. Wow, rocket science, huh? Oh, well, if you do that, then that means you're just in it for the easy money and clicks. At the end of the day, if you're hyped for Black Ops 7, that's great. Me personally, I've seen a lot of people not be hyped for Black Ops 7, and this is simply me describing why I think that is. But that's gonna do it for me today, guys. I'm curious to know what you guys think about all this. What are your thoughts on the Black Ops 7 hype? Do you think it's there? Do you think it's not? Why do you think it is? Let me know down in the comments below, and if you enjoyed today's video, make sure to leave a like, subscribe if you're new, hit the bell notifications to stay up to date with my newest videos. And yeah, guys, it's been the boy Fooly. Have yourselves a good one. I'm out of here. Peace.
This ain't in my body.